Don't skip. The dawn of a new year often tempts us with promises of change, but many men waste these moments of clarity. Why? They cling to the trivial and unnecessary, dragging themselves down. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Recognize this, and you'll find strength in the present." Warrior, your life is a battlefield, and every decision either arms or disarms you for the fight ahead. If you aspire to embody the stoic strength of men like Seneca or Epictetus, it's time to eliminate the parasites feeding on your potential. Before we begin, like this video and subscribe to the channel, Warrior. Every step toward wisdom strengthens our collective resolve. 1. Don't fear others' judgments. When did you last hesitate due to what others might think? Understand this, every moment you pause to please the crowd betrays your potential. Did Marcus Aurelius, who ruled millions, waste energy on the whispers of senators or rivals? He wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me that we love ourselves more than others yet care more about their opinions." Why do you value fleeting thoughts over your own purpose? Their judgments do not sustain you or build your legacy. Epictetus warned that to improve, you must be content to be seen as foolish. Embrace being misunderstood. Wear others' disapproval as armor. Their judgments reveal their insecurities. Consider Cato the Younger, who wore an unfashionable tunic to show indifference to public opinion. His act was not rebellion for its own sake, but a declaration of freedom, focusing on virtue and purpose. Imagine adopting that mindset today. Would you hesitate to pursue your goals because of criticism? You would march forward with the strength of a man unshackled. The judgments of others are fleeting shadows. Those who mock you today will envy you tomorrow if you succeed. If you fail, their opinions won't matter because the world moves on. Focus on what you can control, your actions, thoughts, and growth. Everything else is noise, and only the weak waste time listening to it. 2. Crush your unhealthy habits. Habits define a man. They are the foundation of your life, success, and legacy. Yet many are blind to this truth, consuming junk food, drowning in alcohol, and binge-watching mindless content. These actions are not harmless. They erode your strength, discipline, and future. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, lost everything but forged a lasting philosophy. If he could rise from total loss, what excuse do you have? Your unhealthy habits are choices. Every time you indulge them, you choose to weaken yourself. Picture this. After a long day, instead of reading or meditating, you collapse on the couch, losing yourself in entertainment. 1 hour turns into 3, and by the time you rise, the day is gone. You've trained your mind to accept mediocrity. Do you think Seneca wasted his evenings like this? He wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." How are you using yours? Unhealthy habits corrupt your character. That drink dulls your clarity. That late-night binge weakens your resolve. Even small indulgences accumulate into a mountain of regret. No man has achieved greatness by succumbing to weaknesses. The strong crush them before they take root. Start small, skip dessert, wake up early, read a page of a book. These victories compound into strength. Seneca observed that most men are slaves to their appetites. Do you want to be one of them, or do you want to rise above? The choice is yours, warrior. Eliminate unhealthy habits today. Every moment you delay is another moment stolen from your greatness. Don't let weakness win. 3. Delete toxic social media accounts. Social media has turned warriors into cowards and thinkers into addicts. It's a poison disguised as progress, designed to sap your strength and dull your mind. The cost is higher than you realize. Do you scroll mindlessly, comparing your life to curated illusions, chasing likes, or arguing with faceless strangers? Epictetus warned not to wish for control over what you can't influence. What control do you have over the garbage in your feed? None. So why let it control you? Look at the lives of the Stoics. Did Marcus Aurelius engage in petty disputes or watch others flaunt their wealth? He focused on what mattered: self-improvement, duty, and legacy. Imagine Marcus wasting hours on TikTok or Instagram. Absurd. Yet here you are, distracted from your purpose. The more time you spend on this nonsense, the less time you spend building yourself. You could be reading, training, or working on a passion that sets you apart, but instead, you're losing your life one scroll at a time. Wake up, warrior. You're feeding the machine that enslaves you. Improve the process. It's mutual. Men learn while they teach. Are your relationships strengthening you or dragging you down? Reflect on Marcus Aurelius's life. As emperor, he faced betrayals from allies and family, yet he decisively dealt with them, cutting out the rot to preserve the empire's health. Now think about your life. Who is poisoning your mind with negativity? Who is wasting your time with gossip, drama, or selfish demands? If you cling to them out of fear or pity, you've chosen weakness over strength. Romantic relationships are no exception. If your partner disrespects, manipulates, or fails to support your growth, why do you stay? Love doesn't justify suffering. Real love strengthens. Epictetus warned that a ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor should life depend on a single hope. Stop anchoring your happiness to someone who drags you into despair. Cutting off toxic people isn't cruel. It's necessary for self-preservation. Your time and energy are sacred. Those who truly care will respect your growth. Those who don't will hold you back. Do what must be done, warrior. Walk away. Your future depends on it. When you do, you'll feel the clarity, strength, and freedom that comes from shedding dead weight. Isn't that worth the temporary discomfort? Yes, it is. Don't hesitate, act. Stop being a spineless people pleaser. Why waste your time bending over backward for those who don't respect you? Are you so desperate for approval that you've forgotten your worth? A man who lives to please others is no man at all. He's a puppet to others' desires. If you seek to please everyone, you'll end up pleasing no one. You sacrifice your dignity, principles, and energy for people who don't appreciate it. Think of the Stoics, like Zeno of Citium, who founded Stoicism. He didn't build his philosophy by asking what people wanted to hear. He faced ridicule for his ideas but stood firm, knowing the truth needs no approval. Would Zeno be remembered if he catered to others' whims? He knew the only opinion worth valuing was his own integrity. Look around you. How often do you say yes when you want to say no? How many times have you sacrificed your goals for someone else's happiness, only to realize they didn't appreciate it? This isn't kindness, it's cowardice. You fear rejection and confrontation, but living as a spineless pleaser is far worse than any rejection you might face. When you seek validation, you give away your power, time, energy, and identity. A true Stoic knows self-respect is non-negotiable. Stop this madness. Prioritize your values and speak your truth, even if it makes others uncomfortable. You weren't born to be a doormat. You were born to walk your own path. When you stop seeking approval, you'll discover a freedom you've never known. People will respect you more, not less, because they'll see you as a man of principle. Those who don't respect you were never worth your time. Destroy the drama for good. Drama is poison that steals your peace. Petty arguments, endless gossip, and emotional whirlwinds keep you trapped in chaos. Ask yourself why you let it in. Are you so bored with your life that you crave the noise of others' nonsense? Consider the great Roman general Scipio Africanus, who defeated Hannibal. He faced slander, betrayal, and doubt, but didn't engage in drama. Instead, he walked away from Rome's petty squabbles, focusing on his family and legacy. He knew drama is for the weak. Now look at your own life. How much time do you waste arguing over trivial matters? How often do you let someone else's chaos invade your mind? Gossip, online debates, and toxic group chats are distractions pulling you away from what truly matters. Engaging in drama doesn't make you important, it makes you small. A Stoic rises above the noise, wisely spending his finite energy. The only way to win the game of drama is not to play. Let others fight their meaningless battles. You have bigger things to achieve. Don't waste another second on others' nonsense. When drama comes knocking, let it find no one home. Your mind is your sanctuary. Protect it at all costs. Quit excusing your laziness. Laziness is the silent killer of ambition, yet you coddle it like a harmless pet. Every excuse, "I'm tired, I'll do it tomorrow, it's not the right time," is another chain around your potential. Do you think great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius would have tolerated such weakness? Marcus, the emperor of Rome, wrote that when you struggle to get out of bed, remind yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. He ruled an empire yet reminded himself that idleness betrayed his purpose. Meanwhile, you avoid the gym, skip difficult tasks, and waste your days scrolling through nonsense. Do you know who benefits from your laziness? No one. Not your future self, not your family, and not even your so-called friends. You're digging your own grave, one excuse at a time. Zeno recognized a harsh truth: expectations are mere illusions. What you anticipate is irrelevant. It's your actions in response to reality that define you. Unrealistic expectations not only harm you, but also poison your relationships, career, and peace of mind. You expect others to read your mind. Success without sacrifice, love without effort, and happiness without struggle. These expectations are not just foolish, they're destructive. Life does not owe you fairness. It is brutal, unpredictable, and indifferent. Accept this truth. By eliminating unrealistic expectations, you liberate yourself. You stop clinging to what should happen and start engaging with what is. Epictetus taught that it's not events that disturb people, but their judgments about them. Let go of judgments and entitlement. Face life as it is, not as you wish it to be. This is the path to true strength. Adapt, adjust, and accept. Only then can you conquer the chaos of existence. Conquer your lust. Lust is a fire that consumes your willpower, leaving nothing but regret. You may believe it's harmless, a fleeting indulgence, but it enslaves you, weakens you, and distracts you from your higher purpose. Do you think the great Stoics allowed themselves to be ruled by their desires? Marcus Aurelius wrote that a mind freed from passions is an impenetrable fortress. Yet here you are, letting lust pull you from that fortress and reduce you to a servant of fleeting pleasure. Consider how lust infiltrates modern life. Endless swiping on dating apps, obsessive scrolling through provocative social media, and fixation on shallow gratification. You tell yourself it's natural, but nature is a challenge to overcome. Lust doesn't just harm you, it erodes your discipline, distracts you from your goals, and clouds your judgment. You trade your focus, energy, and potential for a momentary thrill, which isn't worth it. Seneca warned us to befriend ourselves. Can you say the same when lust drives your actions? A man ruled by lust is no friend to himself. He is a slave to his desires. Indulging in lust weakens your resolve. You cannot lead a disciplined, purposeful life if you're constantly distracted by the chase for pleasure. Look to Epictetus, a former slave who found freedom not in indulgence but in self-mastery. He taught that no man is free who is not master of himself. True freedom comes from controlling your impulses and rising above the distractions lust presents. Imagine the strength it takes to confront temptation and declare, "You have no power over me." This is the strength of a true Stoic, a true warrior. Conquering lust is not just a battle, it's a war. Each time you resist, choosing discipline over indulgence, you win a piece of that war. You grow stronger, more focused, and unshakable. Lust will always try to creep back in, but you must guard the gates of your mind. Don't let it steal your energy, focus, or dignity. You were made for greater things than surrendering to base desires. Conquer your lust, and you'll find an unshakable strength, clarity that cannot be clouded, and a freedom no temptation can take away. The battle begins now, warrior. Take up your shield of discipline and fight. Quit the comparison game. Comparison is the thief of joy, the destroyer of inner peace, and the weapon you wield against yourself daily. Why do you compare your life to others? Do you think Marcus Aurelius stood on the battlefield wishing for the poet's creativity or the gladiator's strength? No, he focused on what he could control and ignored the rest. He wrote that every morning, we should recognize the privilege of being alive, thinking, enjoying, and loving. Comparison dishonors you. You see someone else's success and feel lesser. You magnify your failures while diminishing your achievements. But ask yourself, who are they to you? Do their accomplishments make you any less capable? You know the answer, yet you allow this losing game to consume you. The man who compares himself is blind to his own strengths. You don't see how far you've come because you're too busy looking at someone else's path. Why let their journey distract you? Each path is unique, and yours deserves your full attention. Think of Epictetus. Do you think he envied the freedom of others while in chains? He focused on his mind, character, and spirit, becoming freer than any man who owned him. Unlike Epictetus, you can choose to put distractions aside and reclaim your focus. Quit the comparison game, and you'll find something no amount of envy can provide: enduring contentment. Accept yourself, your journey, and your life. There's no competition when your only goal is to surpass the person you were yesterday. Conquer this, and you